Welcome back to the new couch for 2014. I got it right, 2014 from Side here at Leederville. It's a brand new studio, as you can see by the lighting. You can actually see us now. All right, thank you very much. Welcome back to a lovely lady called Tegan Benfield. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Fred. Great to be back.
You tell us a little bit about Tegan for those people who have just joined us because the lights are on.
Okay, so for the last 5 or 6 years now, I've been promoting awareness of food additives and nutrition for children.
Tell me why you're wanting people to learn about removing additives.
Well, my personal experience is my oldest daughter was diagnosed ADHD just before she was 4.
What's that?
So deficit hyperactivity disorder. Yeah.
So what does that basically mean?
Well, she was very fidgety, couldn't sit still, was hard to
sleep.
focus. She never slept. She was highly aggressive and very unpredictable behaviour. So it was very difficult for her and it was very difficult for us as well.
Fair enough.
So, and we found that removing all the additives and lowering her intake of sugar and some other foods, really we just had this phenomenal result. Within months, she was essentially a new child.
Okay, and what are we talking about today?
So I want to touch on this whole paying your children to eat veggies.
There's a bit of a move on that, isn't there?
There is, and I don't want to bag out the government because I think it's wonderful that they've noticed there's a problem.
Give us some background. What have they done?
So
What's
the government has noticed that children are not eating enough veggies, and this is a problem that's been going on for years.
But we've known that for years, yeah.
We've known this for years and years, but finally the government has said we want to do something about it. Unfortunately, I don't think that they're quite doing the right thing. Now they're saying we're going to pay kids 25 cents a day if they're eating their vegetables at school.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is that all?
Yeah, 25 cents really isn't a lot, but it adds up to a lot of money. It's predicted to be over $136 billion or something that the government's prepared to invest in this. And so I agree, yes, there's a problem, it needs to be addressed.
I love vegetables. I'm going to start eating it. Will they give it to me?
Yeah, Fred wants to make, what is it, $1.25 a week?
But you know what? Why do kids not eat veggies?
I really think that people have made it a chore. I really, and this paying them to eat it is continuing down that track.
See, I always thought if you cook them the right way,
they're yummy.
Kids will eat it. Because I watched a show on one of those Foxtel channels, funny enough, like a taste program, and they had a guy on there that made a hamburger. But he made the hamburger out of veggies. The whole thing was under veggies, and he put pineapple and it looked like a real hamburger, but there was no meat in it. It was all vegetables, mashed potato, all this sort of stuff. So it's possible that kids will eat it.
They do. I mean, my kids eat veggies. We do green juices. They're eating a lot of fruit and veggies because we keep them involved, and it's not a chore. It's just expected. So yeah, I've got a few
go for it, because I know we've got 3 minutes.
Okay, great. So firstly, I think really getting kids involved is the biggest, most important thing. Get them involved when you're shopping. Let them pick food and don't hover around the middle aisles. They really should be fruits and veggies, and if they eat meat...
so you say let them have an involvement in picking the veggies that they want to eat.
Yeah, definitely. And let them experiment. Get them in the kitchen as well. I mean, kids as young as 12 months can sit there holding the veggies in the high chair.
I know your kids cook in the kitchen.
They do. They cook a lot, which is great because I work, so
more tips?
It makes it easier for me.
We've got to run through your tips because I've been given the 2-minute wind-up.
Okay, cool.
Okay, go for it.
Planting a little veggie patch, giving them room to grow some veggies.
I think that's a great idea. You can buy them from Bunnings now, the little ones for kids.
It'll cost you like $100 to set something out. Grow some lettuce. They will eat it, I promise. My kids eat stuff out of the garden.
Because kids love growing things, and I'm not talking about a rabbit and then eating it, but I'm talking about veggies. Kids love to see things grow, and all of a sudden...
They do, and they get it.
Yep.
They get it.
Good idea.
So help make them pack their lunch as well. If they pack their lunch, they will eat it.
And you've got to make sure there's no picnic bars or things like that in there.
Yeah, honestly.
So don't put that in the cupboard, or
don't have it in the house. If you do have it in the house, have it up high and have a clear understanding. This is not what's available for lunch. For lunch,
just put veggies in there.
Yeah. Or spend time with them making
Give me an
food.
example. What do you give your kids for lunch?
Okay, so
you've got
we have
your daughter is how old? Your oldest one?
My oldest is 10. She's nearly 11.
Give me an example of what you put in her lunchbox or what she puts in there.
A food thermos with leftover curry or pastas or stews.
Yep.
Pieces of fruit.
Yep.
Hummus takes like 2 minutes to cook, and you serve it with some veggies. Gosh, there's so much.
What do you put to drink?
To drink water.
No cordial?
No, only water.
No fruit juices?
Only water.
Beautiful. It's natural.
School is not a place for junk food. It really is a place for healthy food.
Anything else you want to give us tips with?
Yeah, I just want to say that it shouldn't be really left up to the teachers. Teachers are busy enough. I really think parents need to step up on this one and make an effort. I'm not talking about kids who have medical disorders where they physically don't eat. It's your kids who are saying, but I can eat something else instead.
Got a couple of books. Are they to help people?
Yeah, it's teaching kids about nutrition. And
there's that one there. What's that one called?
They're both called What's Really in My Food.
There's
one
that
is
one
for
there,
older
and I'll
children,
put the
one
other
is
one
for
up
young.
there.
Yeah, the green
There it
one's
is.
for younger children. It's just encouraging children to ask what's in their food.
Where can people get these books?
They can get that from our website.
Which is?
We're www.additivefreekids.com.au.
Give it again.
www.additivefreekids.com.au.
On the screen right now, that is, of course, Tegan's website. And why, can I just, before we wrap up, why do kids need to eat veggies? Why do you think it's important as a parent?
Because if they're not eating their veggies, they're eating processed crap.
Yep.
And there's no nutrition, and they're going to end up being sick adults.
Can you help people if they contact you?
Absolutely. I do my best to help people. If they want to email me, I'm happy to send some free information.
Sounds good. Tegan Bedful, everybody, thank you very much. Give her a round of applause in the studio. It's our first show. Thank you very much.
You.
Well done, and we look forward to having more and more segments from
Thank
you because
you,
you're
Fred.
really interesting and you're a lot of fun.
Great to be back.
Too. And you're a bit of a swinger. You go each day. No, you're very flexible. We found that out earlier. OK, let me welcome our next guests on Couch. They're no strangers to the couch. One is singing later on, and he sang at the beginning in the dulcet tones. The dulcets. I think I got that right.
Tones.
Thank you very much. That's his voice there. His name is Clay Patera.
Hi.
I've got it right. And, of course, sitting next to you, your wonderful star talent, the voice. Don't you remember?
Oh, my God, I'm never going to live that down, am I?
No, and I'm never going to sing it properly. Paula Perori is here, or Paula Patera Perori, but we're going to call them Paula and Clay. You've got talking music.
We have.
Tell me, what are we talking about today? Go for it.
What's
It's all
this
yours.
week? Well, this week the main one's been about the Rolling Stones. So
Well, what happened there?
they had to postpone their...
They postponed their Aussie New Zealand tour.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger's longtime girlfriend, Lauren Scott,
She was
passed away
found dead.
tragically.
Yeah, and the medical examiner just sort of confirmed that it was by suicide.
So they were over here in Perth at the time, weren't they?
They sure
Ready
were.
The night before they were due to do their concert.
Yep.
And what happened? She passed away, and
Passed
obviously
away.
you couldn't carry on with that. Were you amazed by the amount of people on Facebook and everything else that said, oh, they should have just carried
Yeah,
on?
there
Definitely,
was so many
definitely.
negative comments. It's like
How
the man
could
just
people-
lost his partner.
Yeah.
How do you carry on
How
with
do you
the concert?
expect him to get on stage the next day and sing
Yeah.
when you're thinking of your partner
Exactly.
that you've loved for
Exactly.
10 years or whatever? Sad, isn't it?
It is sad.
Is
Sad
there
the world
anything more
comes to
coming
that.
out of that? What's happened with tickets and stuff like that?
Tickets, I think they've been told to hold on to
Hold
their
on.
tickets.
Yeah.
So then there'll be an announcement later on about if they're going to come back
It's
to...
deferred at
yeah,
this point.
exactly.
But I mean, you'll never lose your money. You know, we were talking about this the other day. You know, people who do scalping, they sell
Yeah.
their tickets on eBay. How good would it be if someone had bought a ticket for $1,000 and now can only get about $100 back?
Yeah, that's so sad.
Teaches them good, doesn't it?
It really
So
is
any more
sad.
news about the Rolling Stones?
Yeah, so what happened was when Mick Jagger flew back to the funeral,
Yep.
his band stayed here in Perth and they actually performed at the Allington Jazz Club.
Did they
Yeah.
really?
They sure
How good
did.
is that?
So it was like a very intimate. So they went from 15,000 people who they would have played at to about 130.
Do you know anyone that went?
Lots. Well, Graham
Did you
Wood
go?
played. No, we couldn't get in. It was sold out. So we missed out on tickets. How
I don't
rude.
know,
tickets for
Paula.
that.
I'm sure you can get tickets to all these A-class
Oh,
events.
I wish we could.
How
We'd
good
be there
is
all
that?
the time.
How good would that have been?
Yeah. So they had
Wonderful.
Timothy Reeves, who played the saxophone, and Charlie Watts, the drummer, actually got up and played some songs as well.
Did they talk about Mick Jagger?
No, I think they
didn't
just
touch
said
on it.
that their friend was, not dealing with it, as
Grieving.
to be expected.
I guess they felt like the fans needed something, though.
Yeah.
So they stuck around.
I think so, and
Yeah.
that shows how professional they are too.
And some of Perth's musicians got to join them on stage, so that would have been exciting
Did
in
Mick
itself.
Jagger take the plane?
Oh, I'm not sure. No, I think he took a different plane.
And they
and then the band took
that's
the
good, 'cause
Rolling Stones plane.
I would have been pretty annoyed if he'd flown off without it. And then they would have been stuck with a different airline to fly home with.
Yes.
What else have you got?
So we've also got, recently, Ray Thistlethwaite, that's the lead singer of Thirsty Merc, who sings that song 20 Good Reasons. Do you know that song?
No, you're going to have to sing this.
I knew you were gonna
just
do that.
quickly because we're on television now.
So
we haven't got a lot.
tell me why
Should I let you go?
that song.
Don't you remember? You're going to hear a lot of this throughout the year because that's a lovely song. Yeah, I do remember it
so
now.
he actually snuck into Perth and he recorded 6 songs at Soundbaker Studios with Rob Agostini.
What was that for? Why did he do that?
He now he's based in LA
Yeah.
and he's doing a solo project called Sunray.
Yep.
And he came here and he recorded with Rob, and they recorded 6 tracks live, and 5 of them made the EP, and they were all mixed here in Perth. So
Fantastic.
That's a little
Anything else?
behind
Because
the
we
scenes.
need to move because we've been told we've got 2 minutes.
2
Have you got
minutes.
Any more big news?
Okay, what else have we got?
Tell us quickly.
Kylie
Kylie
Minogue.
Minogue is just set
Keep talking.
to...
I won't interrupt.
Kylie's just set to become a new mentor for The Voice.
Yes, for The Voice.
It's amazing because earlier this week
I saw her on
the
something
media was
this week.
saying
There was a clip of hers. Her
Yeah.
new clip's pretty naughty, isn't it?
I heard that is.
Yeah.
But she sort of mentioned that she's in talks to collaborate with Lady Gaga.
Okay.
So it's going to be like this
Thought
And
how
pop.
is
amazing
she,
that would be.
am I right? Because
Princess.
I've been in Bali and Lombok, and I
Nice for
noticed that
some.
she's going to be a judge. Is it on The Voice?
Sure is.
I've seen the promos of her and the rest of the
Yeah,
cast.
so she's taking the place of Delta. Delta's
Okay.
doing The Voice Kids. So,
Well,
yeah.
God, they must be scraping it in for money, eh?
Must be doing something. Have
eh?
you seen their ad on TV?
I have. It's crap. But I didn't know what it was for at first because I thought, oh, what's Channel 10 bringing something back again? But no, so Kylie's part of it. I saw that you've still got a couple of the. Is it one of the old Joel?
Joel Madden.
Joel's
Joel's still
there.
there.
Kylie's there.
Kylie there, Will I Am.
Yep.
And
Will.i.am
Ricky
and
Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it should be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully the second series, because you were part of the first one.
Yeah, this is now the third
This
series.
is 3, sorry.
Yeah.
You were part of the first. The first one went well. The second one was good, and I wonder if the third. Do you reckon it's going to do well?
It's never as good as the first
Yeah,
series.
fair enough. Anything else for us?
Got to hang out with Carice Eden recently. She was doing her tour.
Oh,
we
that was
we hung out backstage with her, so we had a great time.
Did she know you were backstage with her, or did she get quite annoyed?
I didn't sneak in that much.
Oh.
No, she actually invited us backstage and showed us her house she's bought and cars, and she's doing really well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, over the next few months, this is your first appearance on here, so we wanted to introduce you.
Fantastic.
You're going to be covering music, whether it's national and national news here, and then we've got Lauren that will do local news as well.
Yep.
So we've got both of you. Hopefully every fortnight you'll come in and do a music segment.
Should be
We've
good.
got the top 5 albums and singles for this week. Let's take a look at them.
Awesome.
Number 5 albums. We're doing singles first. Let's have a look at singles. Go for it.
So number 5 on the top tracks is Magic by Coldplay.
Number 4, Brave by Sarah Barry something.
3,
Number
Shut
two.
Me Down, David Guetta featuring
Number two.
Skylar
Number
Grey.
2, Rather Be by Clean Bandit Feet.
Number
And number
one.
1 is Happy by Pharrell
And
Williams.
let's have a look at the top 5 albums for this week at number 5.
Number 5, we got Recess by Skrillex.
Number 4.
Oh Vertigo by Kate Miller Heidke.
Number 3.
Girl by Pharrell Williams.
Number 2.
The Very Best by NXS.
Number 1.
Kiss Me Once by Kylie Minogue.
I'm sure that happens more than once with your lovely wife next to you. Thank you very much.
You'll be on rations soon, it's
Oh,
all right.
I know. I'm just trying to butter
you
you
for
up.
having us.
We've got Clay and, of course, Paula. They'll be back again in a couple of weeks, maybe earlier. You never know, in this place called television. But thank you very much. Give them a round of applause, please, in the studio, everybody. We need to take a break, and Tegan, of course, still sitting next to me. There she is. Let's show Tegan. There you go. That's Tegan. We need to take a break on the couch from our new studios aside. Coming up after the break, Marnie Giroux, Wild Things. See you soon. Well done. Thank you.